Dear students, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to your social science class. Well, dear students, in uh, previous chapter, we saw that the religions like the Kaveri Delta, regions like the Kaveri Delta became the center of large kingdoms. Uh, did you take notes that there was no mention of a kingdom with Delhi as its capital? That was because Delhi became an important city only in the 12th century. So, dear students, today in this chapter 3, we will read about the Delhi Sultans. Dear students, now as we know from the historical facts that Delhi became an important city only in the 12th century. Take a look at table 1. You will see Delhi first became capital of a kingdom under the Tumara Rajputs. Now, here it is the table 1. You will see the rulers of Delhi. In this table, it is shown that Delhi became the capital of Tumara Rajputs. It was first by the Tumaras that they they established Delhi as the capital of their kingdom. Dear students, these Tumara Rajputs were defeated in the middle of the 12th century by the Chauhans, also referred to as Chamanas of Ajmer. It was under the Tumaras and Chauhans that Delhi became an important commercial center. Many rich Jaina merchants lived in the city and constructed several temples. Coins minted here, called Delhi Wal, had a wide circulation. This Delhi Wal coin had a wide circulation. The transformation of Delhi into a capital that controlled vast areas of the subcontinent started with the foundation of the Delhi Sultanate in the beginning of the 13th century. So it was only in the beginning of the 13th century that Delhi transformed into a capital that controlled vast areas of the subcontinent, and it was under the Delhi Sultans, and it was called Delhi Sultanate. Take a look at table 1 again and identify the 5 dynasties that together made the Delhi Sultanate. The Delhi Sultans built many cities in the area that we now know as Delhi. Look at map 1 and locate Delhi, Kohna, Siri, and Jahanpana. Now let's have a look. Again, look on the table 1. It shows first the Rajput dynasties, Tumaras. Anangapala was their famous king who ruled Delhi from 1130 to 1145, then became Chauhans. Tumaras were defeated by Chauhans. Prithviraj Chauhan was the famous king of Delhi who ruled from 1175 to 1192. Then became the early Turkish rulers who ruled Delhi from 1206 to 1290. Among these Turkish rulers were the famous rulers like Qutbuddin Aibak from 1206 to 1210, who was uh, uh, followed by the rule of Shamsuddin al-Tumash 1210 to 1236. After Sultan Shamsuddin al-Tumash, his daughter Razia became the Sultan of Delhi from 1236 to 1240. Then Ghiyasuddin Balban 1266 to 1287. So these were the early Turkish rulers who ruled Delhi. And after that became another dynasty that ruled Delhi. They were the Khalji Sultans. This was called Khalji dynasty. Khalji dynasty ruled Delhi from 1290 to 1320. The famous Khalji kings, Jalaluddin Khalji, ruled from 1290 to 1296, followed by the Alauddin Khilji 1296 to 1316. And this dynasty was followed by the Tughlaq dynasty. Tughlaqs also ruled Delhi Sultanate from 1320 to 1414. And the famous Tughlaq dynasty kings were Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq 1320 to 1324, Muhammad Tughlaq 1324 to 1351, then Feroz Shah Tughlaq 1351 to 1388. This Tughlaq dynasty was followed by the rule of the Sayyid dynasty. Sayyids rules, they ruled from 1414 to 1451. Khizr Khan was one of the rulers of this dynasty who ruled from 1414 to 1421. Then Lodi dynasty became the prominent, and they ruled Delhi Sultanate from 1451 to 1526. Bahlu Lodi was the king who ruled Delhi Sultanate from 1451 to 1489. So this table gives us the brief account of all these dynasties and the famous kings who ruled Delhi Sultanate and their period of the rule. So this is very important for you people. You may note it in your notebook. Dear students, the Delhi Sultans built many cities in the area that we now know as Delhi. In the map you can see Delhi Akohna, Siri and Jahanpana. These were the cities built by these kings. Dear students, finding out about the Delhi Sultans. This is very important. Although inscriptions, coins and architecture provide a lot of information, especially valuable are histories, Tariq or Tawarikh, which is the plural of Tariq, written in Persian, the language of administration under the Delhi Sultans. So this is the very important point here. The language of the administration under the Sultans in Delhi was Persian. So Persian was the state language, and we have many written manuscripts and inscriptions in Persian that through which we know about the Delhi Sultans and their Sultanate. Dear students, the authors of Tawarikh were learned men, secretaries, administrators, poets, and courtiers who both recounted events and advised rulers on governance, emphasizing the importance of just rule. So this is very important to note that these histories or Tawarikh were written by the learned men who used to be the secretaries, administrators, poets and courtiers, and they also advised the kings from time to time regarding their governance and emphasizing the importance of the rule of justice. Okay, so let's conclude it here today. We will read further about the Delhi Sultanate in our next video class. So thank you very much and take care.